Hello, hello. Welcome everybody from all over. This is our RAIN leadership call. And if you haven't checked in on the chat, we'd love to hear where you're calling in from. My name is Jean Kidd. I will be your host for this evening as we let people know about RAIN and the leadership team. And this is our weekly training call to let people eavesdrop on how we do what we do, to train the people who are new and getting ready to start their business. Um, and so that you can just listen in and find out if this is right for you. You'll see how we do our training, learn about our leadership, the leverage. We'll give you information on the products. And basically, it's just an easy, no pressure way to discover and find out what RAIN is about, as well as learn how to grow your business and create leverage and see what we're up to. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited we'll hear some testimonials from people, and then we're going to have an amazing training from my direct sponsor, our coach, our leader, Randy Gage. But to kick off tonight, well, I'm going to introduce you to Deborah Grisey, I believe is how we say her name. We've known each other many years. And she's going to do a spotlight on one of my absolute favorite products, which is Bright, and to give people an introduction to what we're doing here at RAIN.
Well, thank you, Jeannie. It's great to see you. So I am really excited to be here tonight to share about what is Seed Source Nutritional Products. And one specific product that I absolutely love is called Bright. So let's get started. What is Seed Source Nutrition? Well, they are nutritional products with no drugs, no chemicals, no GMOs, no medicines, just pure, natural, vegan sourced supplements made from seeds. So these supplements are actually 20 to 30 times more potent than the product or the fruit or whatever they grow into. So for instance, if you take an apple seed, a little apple seed, put it in the ground, let Mother Nature do its thing, grows into this beautiful tree with apples at the end of it. Here's the thing. The seed has the DNA to actually produce that tree and produce the result of having the apples, therefore making it 20 to 30 times more potent than the apple itself. This is pretty amazing in itself. So what are, next slide. So talking about this product, Bright, is a fantastic. It is serious brain food. Food. It's not a feud. Next slide, please. So Bright is an all-natural seed source nootropic for cognitive enhancement. It also was specially formulated and chosen to have the supplements in it to provide you with the nutrients it takes to make your brain function at its peak. Next slide. So what are the key ingredients? Well, lion's mane mushroom is a key ingredient. It boosts neurological activity and is best known for improving memory and concentration. L-theanine. It has essential amino acids that increase the endorphins that produce natural energy and has a calming effect. You always hear that expression. Endorphins make you happy. Watermelon seed contains all the fatty acids that assist in healthy brain function. And of course, chia seed. It's packed with healthy fats and amino acids to provide fuel and nourishment to the brain. Chia seeds also are very powerful antioxidants. It has minerals, fiber, and omega-3 fatty acids. So you might ask, so what are the benefits of taking Bright? Next slide, please. It increases focus. Next. It enhances memory and recall, which is great for me because I am 74 years old. And for sure, this is something that over a certain age you need to have. And I'm going to tell you that one particular thing that it does. I am 74 with all my wits about me. I have more energy than you could possibly imagine. I feel young. It increases creative capacity. So if you want to write a book, do artwork, be productive in your job, um, write a story, anything that you need to actually focus on, that's one of the things that it does. Next. It provides all natural, long lasting energy. And it's the long lasting that we all love. Next. It boosts your mood. Next. And of course, it helps manage stress. So, this product does a lot for your brain and for your body. So, next slide, please. So, how do you find out more about these products and this product in particular? Well, I would tell you to get back to the person that invited you here tonight and ask them to please send you a video called Hidden in Plain Sight, which tells you all about what the product is and what it does. And it tells you all about all the products. Or you can get a leaflet, as you can see in the picture, and it will tell you product by product what is detailed and what it has in it. Or a Vitality magazine, which is absolutely stunning in color, details of every product and what they do. And I have to tell you that this is one of my favorite products because of the benefits for my brain health. And I'm sure it will be for you too. Okay, so back to Jeannie.
Thanks, Debbie. That was great. Bright is one of my all-time favorite products ever. So I love when we get to talk about this one because it is, for me, it was truly life-changing. So anyway, we also wanted to let you all hear different stories from people, their experiences with Rain, why they chose Rain, so that you can see one, the diversity of who we have here, as well as everybody's story is different, but everybody has a vision for themselves. So I'm gonna let you hear just a couple of quick stories. First person we're gonna hear from is Ivan Eccles.
Good afternoon, Rain family. I'm happy to be here tonight. My name is Ivan Eccles. I'm from Fort Pierce, Florida. I'm a licensed handyman. I work 7 days a week, very, very long hours. I find it very hard to find time for my family. I've always looked for ways to make more money and work less hours. About 5 months ago, Debbie and Randy introduced Rain to me. Now I have the answer. I can make money and be healthy at the same time. I would like to thank Rain for changing my life. Go Rain. To Mel.
Hi, everyone. I'm broadcasting from my car right now, so just bear with me because I'm a little nervous. But I'm Melshonda Buchanan. Before I joined RAIN, I worked in a private corporate setting that just did not resonate with me too well due to office politics. While the pay was reliable, the daily grind left me feeling unfulfilled and not much time to enjoy my growing family. Now I get to select the people I partner with, support their growth, and we work towards our dreams side by side. So it's an amazing journey. And I am Rain. Take it away, Derek.
Well, hello, everybody. My background, by the way, started out kind of fun. I was in the entertainment field doing magic and music, but I transitioned into the financial services. So for the last 50 years, I've been in the life insurance, retirement, and financial planning business. Now, I will tell you, I really enjoy what I do. I'm pretty good at it, but I didn't have leverage. So when I go to do something, I have to be there. And even though I love it, One of the things we're going to learn about a little bit later is we're going to learn about how leverage can change your life. And I'm happy to tell you that not only can I leverage my time and energy with people that I care about, but I also now have access to a global business instead of one that is just local or national. With that, over to you, Jillian.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. I am Jillian Bonolan. I'm a top producing realtor with a thriving team where I live locally in Port St. Lucie. And while I love what I do, real estate has kept me constantly on call, leaving very little time for my family, friends, or even just a moment to breathe, which I go on my patio to do. I love doing that with my plants. I've spent years helping others, though, build their dreams, but I knew I needed an exit strategy to create the true freedom that I wanted. That's why I joined Rain. Rain, not only do they offer incredible products, which align with my commitment to putting only the best things into my body, but Rain also gives me an opportunity to build a business that doesn't rely on my time being tied to every transaction. Now I'm creating a future where I can work less, live more, and design the life I truly want. And that to me is priceless. Back to you, Jean.
Thanks, Jillian. Less stress, live more. I love it.
Yes.
Um, so what I love about Rain, and I love this company because the people here are so authentic and the products are so amazing. But I have also found a new home. So it's my pleasure now and joy to introduce the next speaker who is going to talk to us about leverage, who he is an expert in leverage, as well as the leadership portion of tonight's call. Um, so Randy is my direct sponsor into Rain, and we have been friends for 30 years, very close friends. He's one of my most trusted friends. And there's no better person you can hear this from. And I just think tonight is super special because he's going to combine deeper about leverage as well as do some more leadership training so we can all learn about leverage and how to enhance and increase our businesses. So it's my pleasure to introduce Randy Gage. And Randy, take it away.
Hey, let's begin tonight with the 5 deadliest sins of trying to build a Rain business. All right, Rain Nation, we're doing something special. Today, if you have been on other leadership academies, you know we have the product session, we have people telling their own stories, we have a leverage session, shows how you make money with the compensation plan, and then we usually have a leadership training at the end. So today, we're combining the leverage session and the leadership session into one because there's some really important things that relate in between the two themes and subjects that are really relevant. If you would like to create a nice ongoing residual income, cash flow positive Rain business, you're going to find this session one of the most important ones you've ever listened to or watched. And for you guests who are kind of just checking out Rain, somebody invited you to look at it. You've probably seen it be the breakthrough presentation or watched a video or something, and now you're kind of taking a second look. Relax. I won't try to sell you anything. I'm showing the people in Rain how they build a really nice residual income, and then gives you the best way to measure whether this is something you would want to do. So we're going to start with what you don't want to do. When I say these are the 5 deadliest sins, these are what the people who join Rain and don't reach success do. Let's jump into them. Number 1, deadliest sin, looking for people to sell Rain to. Doesn't matter if you're looking for people to sell the product line or people you're looking to sell the business opportunity. Deadly mistake. Number 2, looking for people to sell Rain for you. meaning, and again, could be looking for people who are going to sell the Rain products. Oh, I want to get doctors and nurses and chiropractors and trainers to sell these products to their patients and clients. Deadly mistake. Or I'm looking for people who are going to sell this business opportunity, and that's going to make me a lot of money. That's deadly mistake number 2. Number 3, trying to convince people who don't value health to live healthy. And let me amend that. I'm going to say, trying to convince people who don't value health yet to become or to act in healthy ways. You're just total waste of time. Number 4, trying to convince people with poverty consciousness to live a prosperous life. Again, total waste of time. And again, I'd like to put the caveat yet, because I envision that as those people develop their consciousness, as they live more life, they have more experiences, they get exposed to the right books, the right concepts, the right people, they will discover, wow, I'm meant to be healthy, happy, and prosperous, and I need to accept my abundance. That's my vision for anyone I encounter that isn't there yet. And then finally, deadly sin number 5, thinking that the secret to success with Rain is trying to sell anything to anybody. Let me explain why. Because Rain is not a sales business. It might look like one from the outside looking in, but people who have achieved high levels of success within Rain will tell you it's not a sales business, it's an epiphany business. We're in the business of causing people to have epiphanies. What do I mean by that? Well, allow me to share a story. I'm 20 years old. The business partner I'm working with, we're struggling, trying to start a business. We're broke as a joke, ready to choke. He calls me up one night and tells me, come over Saturday. I need you there to protect me. I said, protect you? What? He says, I was at the gas station filling up my car. There was a guy on the other side of the pump, and he started talking to me about making money. And now he's coming over to the house on Saturday afternoon, and he's going to talk about making money. And I want you there to protect me because I think it's Amway. I said, Amway? What's Amway? You don't know what Amway is? That thing where they draw the circles under all the circles about making money? Like, Jimmy, I don't know anything about Amway. I don't know anything about circles, but if I know anything, I know this: we need to make money. So I go over to his house that afternoon. The other gentleman shows up. He's got a yellow legal pad, red pen, gets out the pad, puts it on the kitchen table. Yeah, he he draws a circle and he writes "you" in the circle. Right away, Jim and I look at each other because we saw a circle. Then he draws 5 circles under the first one. And he brings up this crazy concept I had never heard of called leverage. And then he drew 25 circles under the 5, and then 125, 625. You know where this story's going. Well, he finished that presentation, and I had an epiphany. I had an epiphany, and I recognized I have been trading hours for money my entire life. My mother trades hours for money. My grandparents traded hours for money. My great-grandparents, my great. I could trace all the generations of my family back to the Mayflower who came over from Europe. I could trace them all the way back to some cave on some continent somewhere in the days of the cavemen. And there never was a generation of people in my family who did not trade time for money. And this cat showed me how you could apply leverage. Me, the guy who had started as a minimum wage dishwasher and worked my way up the food chain to be a cook and a waiter and then a, assistant manager and all that stuff. He showed me there was a way you didn't have to trade hours for money. I'm telling you, he would not have been able to leave that house that day if he didn't sign me up first. I would have never let him leave. I would have chased him out to his car. I would have grabbed him by the shoulder, by the arm. No. You got to sign me up. Because I just knew. I told Jimmy afterward, this is how I'm going to make my career. This is how we're going to create wealth. We've been going about it the totally wrong way. So I had that epiphany about leverage. And the epiphany was I knew I wanted to live a better life. I wanted a dream life. I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but I knew it involved freedom, having enough money to make choices, be able to take care of my loved ones. I wanted self-determination. I didn't want to work for other people telling me what to do. The epiphany I had was this leverage sales network marketing business model is the platform that will allow me to live my dream life. So let me tell you the breakthrough. See how I'm doing time-wise. Stop looking for people to sell to. Start putting yourself in front of people who already know they want what you have. If you're in Rain and you want to become a quadruple black Rain diamond, and you want to spend the rest of your life drawing a huge weekly residual income with Travis Perry signing the check every week, stop trying to sell people and start putting yourself in front of people who already know they want what you have. Who are these people? They're people who want premium nutrition. They know the value of health and wellness, of energy, of feeding your body the correct fuel, and they're willing to pay for premium nutrition. That's part of the cohort you're looking for. You're looking for people who want to be social entrepreneurs. They're like, their dream is not to be the next trillionaire or multi-billionaire, and it isn't money at all cost, and greed is good. And remember the old movie Wall Street with Michael Douglas? That doesn't turn them on at all. What lights them up is they want to build wealth by doing good. Social entrepreneurs. Your cohort is people who know, I want to have a lucrative side gig. I don't trust my employer. I don't trust my industry. Things are too shaky right now with artificial intelligence and technology developing and all this stuff happening in the government and the economy. And it's too risky. I want a side gig. I want to hedge my bets. Or they're Gen XYZ people, and they say, I don't want a career with some company for 40 years and then they give me a gold watch. I just want to be my own, create my own destiny. And I'm going to drive Uber or Lyft 1 or 2 days a week. I might work at Starbucks 2 days a week. I want a side gig, promoting my t-shirts on Instagram, and I want a Rain business. I love a side gig lifestyle. That's your cohort. People who desire financial freedom. People who get leverage. Wait a minute. Here's a platform that I could unleash leverage the way Bill Gates did with software, the way Lady Gaga does with her recordings, the way Steve Jobs did with his smartphone, the way J.K. Rowling did when she wrote the Harry Potter series. I, just an average person, I could unleash the power of leverage just like the wealthiest people in the world. That's your cohort. And your cohort is people who just say, like me, I'm psychologically unemployable. If I get a job working for a boss, unfortunately, I'm sorry to admit this, you can cancel me if you want to. But if I work for somebody, one of us is going to end up dead. And I don't want that to happen. So I don't work for people. I only work for myself, you know. All right. So how do we put this all into place? How do you put yourself in front of people who already want what you got? So you don't have to learn closing techniques. You don't have to learn NLP techniques and mirroring and modeling and manipulative, salesy, creepy behavior. How do you just put yourself in front of people who want what you already have? All right, let me take you through the process. First, you got to be findable. You got to be findable so people can find you, meaning you're on social media, you're networking with people, you're out meeting people, you're living life. Then you put them in front of a tool. Now, the key thing here is remember what I like to call the presentation triangle. When you're relaying the information about RAIN to a candidate, you should never be a straight line from point A to point B. Why? Because that won't duplicate. Because what we're talking about is leverage. And where does leverage come from? Duplication. Más importante, duplication that happens without you. Duplication that happens even after you stop taking action. That's the magic of residual income, right? So if you can make an incredible presentation about the efficacy of the RAIN products and the elegance of the compensation plan and the benefits of a lifestyle business and being your own boss and all the support structure from RAIN, great, you will enroll a lot of people, but most people won't be able to do that. Extraordinary people can make extraordinary presentations, but average people cannot make extraordinary presentations. And if we want leverage, if we want duplication, we have to find ways where the average person can be successful. And that's the presentation triangle. So instead of just you 1 point, the candidate 1 point, we're going to introduce a third point, which is an external source tool. The Ultimate Lifestyle Brochure, the Vitality Magazine, the Be the Breakthrough presentations. This Leadership Academy is another exact example of that. So it's an external source tool. So instead of you conveying information to the candidate, so we have the candidate here at the top, you're here, and then we have an external source tool here, we have the triangle. So what you're doing is you're edifying the external source tool. The external source tool is providing the information to the candidate. Boom, the candidate can have their epiphany, and they can have their epiphany in a way that, wow, I could do the same thing. I could repeat this exact process because all I have to do is put people in front of this online presentation or this video or whatever the tool is. So you be findable, you put them in front of an external source tool, and then you enroll the people who have the epiphany. This creates a flywheel. What in business terms, go to business school, they're going to talk about a flywheel. No, it wasn't Tom Peters. Who was the guy who wrote that? Maybe it was Tom Peters. I think, anyway, the idea of a flywheel in business is something really important. And what we're talking about a flywheel with RAIN is an income generating machine. So how do you create this flywheel? Well, number one, you've got to be a RAIN associate. So if you're looking tonight, you need to enroll. You got to lock in your spot. Then the next step is you got to be a RAIN professional. What's a professional? Somebody who's ready to grow their business at any time the opportunity arises. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Everywhere I go, I have ultimate lifestyle booklet. I have Vitality Magalong. I'm on a plane. I'm in a hotel room. I have tools to do my business. I have my mobile app from RAIN on my smartphone. I can connect with people anytime, any place. I can build my business from anywhere around the world. I'm ready. You got to be ready. Number two, like I said, you got to make yourself findable. Live life, but live more life. Be on social media, join clubs, play sports, do activities. What we're really talking about here is creating your personal brand. You're going to create a brand where people who know you know, hey, she helps people build their dream lifestyles. Hey, he helps people develop residual income. I've been called the entrepreneur whisperer. I love that name, right? Yeah, I like to just help entrepreneurs be more successful. That's my personal brand. And I'm findable. I'm on social media. You know what I mean? Just put yourself out there. In our business, that's meeting people. And that's a skill. That's a skill anyone can make. What's the next step? Make invitations. Don't sell people, don't convince people, don't close people, don't beg people, don't argue with people, don't try to change people, don't try to fight human behavior, don't try to fight human psychology, don't try to fight gravity and the laws of the universe, because you're just going to end up really frustrated. You don't want to convince close friends to, change. Hey, you got to stop drinking the 10 Diet Cokes a day. You got to stop smoking the 2 packs of cigarettes a day. You need to exercise. You need to lose weight. You need to make more money. All you do is alienate yourself from the world and make yourself really frustrated. Remember the 5 deadliest sins of RAIN International, right? So, because all of those sins, what you're doing is you're fighting the laws of the universe, and the universe always wins. I don't want to convince people. I don't want to face rejection. I don't want to chase after and pester people. I want to be findable for the people who already know they want premium nutrition, be a social entrepreneur, be their own boss, create residual income, create financial freedom. I just want to put them in front of a tool. That's all you want. So what do I do to grow my business? I make invitations. Say, okay, Randy, I've made invitations, but my RAIN business isn't growing as fast as I want. This is easy. Remember, I'm the entrepreneur whisperer. You want to know how to grow your business faster? Make more invitations. You picking up what I'm putting down? I want to see you in the chat. Oh, truth bomb. Oh, boom, mic drop. Make more invitations. If your check has plateaued, you got to make more invitations. If you're counseling with a candidate, one of your leaders, and their check is plateaued, they have to make more invitations. Now, you want to really get sexy? Let's talk about the, how you grow your business, right? And what we do to get unstuck. You say, okay, now I'm making more invitations, but I'm still not getting the income that I want. You ready for this? Make more invitations to better people. Now, when I say better people, it's not because I think I'm a better human than they are, or this person or that, or judging people by their skin or their age or their demographic or their religion. No. I mean, make more invitations to better candidates to better people, meaning people who are better suited to what you have to offer. Sponsor up, not down. Okay, you got your cousin Scooter. Scooter hasn't worked in 7 years because Scooter is busy. He has to report to the parole officer. He's got to watch Storage Locker Wars. He's got to watch Judge Judy. He's doom scrolling on TikTok 8 hours a day. He's very busy and he hasn't had time to look at the video link you sent him. Stop chasing Scooter. Okay? Stop chasing Pookie. Stop chasing Ray Ray. Stop chasing people who are professional victims. Stop chasing people whose whole identity is being broke. Stop chasing people who drink 12 Diet Pepsi a day. That's not your market. You don't need to sell. You need to put your information in front of the people who already know what they want, what you have, and they will have the epiphany to realize, wow, RAIN is the platform that I need to live the lifestyle of my dreams. When why am I called the entrepreneur whisperer? Because I've worked with everything. I've worked with retail people. I've worked with chiropractors. I've worked with medical practices. I worked with manufacturers. I've worked with counsel to billionaires. I've worked with people all across the spectrum who are entrepreneurs, right? I write 15 books. I've been a consultant, a coach. I've spoken in more than 50 countries around the world. Can I share a secret with you? It's the same thing I teach everybody. There's only these few, like 4 steps to grow a business. Every business, it doesn't matter if they're a chiropractor, if they're ExxonMobil, if they're HBO, if they're an accountant, if they're a retail store, if it's a guy who sells wigs at the flea market. The only ways to grow a business, it's very simple. You need lead generation. You need leads coming in, people looking at your business. Then you got to have conversion. You got to convert the leads into customers. Then how can you grow the business next? You got to get the customers to buy more often, or you got to get the customers to buy bigger amounts. That's it. The 4 steps, that's the whole, how to grow any business in the world. That's the process, 4 steps. And then you want to get really sexy, add a continuity program, meaning ongoing purchases. So how do you do that with RAIN? Lead generation. What is lead generation? Meeting people. Randy, I just don't know that many people. Yeah, if you were doing your wedding or your bar mitzvah or your graduation party, I bet you'd have a lot of people you'd be putting on the invite list thinking maybe they're going to buy the toaster in the wedding registry, or maybe they're going to give me a check for $1,000 for my graduation. You know more people than you're giving yourself credit to. And you know the exciting thing? Meeting people is a skill, and anybody can do it. And if you say, well, I don't know how to meet people, you can go into your app, into your back office to Rainmaker U, and there's an entire training segment on how to meet people, right? So that's the lead generation. Then what do we need? We need conversion. We got to convert the leads into customers. How do we do that? Again, not by selling, but just putting them in front of an external source tool. To be the breakthrough presentation, the check it out video, whatever the case. We put them in front of there and let the people have the epiphanies. They start out with a couple of products. Now we introduce them to another one. They try that. They have a good result. Now they're buying more from you. Now they're buying more often. And then how do we have a continuity program? You set them up on auto ship, on the subscription. And now you've got a flywheel. You have an income generating machine. You are unleashing the power of leverage to create duplication, which provides an ongoing source of income. Then when you bring in these people who have the epiphany, you give them the new associate orientation, which teaches this system what I'm talking about here, the tools, the candidate pathway, how we bring people to, who we contact. All of that is in the RAIN 2.0 system. So they replicate the process, and then their people replicate the process, and then their people replicate the process. That's the flywheel. That's the income generating machine. It allows you to avoid the 5 deadliest sins and to do the business in a way that is fun and lucrative and duplicable. All right, go out and be amazing. Peace.
Thanks, Randy, so much. The simplicity of it as you're talking that we tend to make complicated. I'm so grateful for this training and for everybody here. And I hope to anyone who are associates, you have found your epiphany, or try and remember tonight, maybe before you go to bed, what was your epiphany? Why did you join RAIN? And just share that with other folks. Like people want authenticity. They don't want to be sold. And I just love the simplicity of this, especially with our app and our tools. And it's the coolest thing when you really get down to how simple it is and how amazing the products are. So use what we've learned tonight, go out, create your dreams. We have these external sources. In North America, we have an upcoming in-person training on April 26th called O-Town Throwdown in Orlando. That's coming up. Every Saturday we have a Be the Breakthrough training online. Every Thursday we have this training. We have the apps. There's so much here that nothing has to be recreated or reinvented. So find your epiphany. If you've been invited tonight by someone to check us out and to check out RAIN, as I was listening to Randy, I was like, just be curious. No one's going to sell you on anything. Are you curious about the products? Are you curious how the business works? Are you curious if you can do it? What's your curiosity? Where can you get your questions answered? And just ask them. Find out what that is. See what your questions are. I know that's how I got involved. And once my questions got answered, I just thought, wow, it's just simple and it makes sense. And it made so much sense to me. So I just want to say, have a great week, everybody. Thank you for being here, and have a good night. And definitely get back to the person who introduced you to RAIN and see if it's a fit. We'd love to have you as part of the team. So thanks, everybody. And yeah, enjoy your week.
Shine bright like a diamond.